Today, we're exploring Mingjian, a place many people call the most boring township in Nantou County. But is it really that boring? Let's find out. And as we explore, you'll learn English in context through comprehensible input. That means you'll learn English naturally by connecting English with real places, real objects, and real experiences. You remember it more easily and can feel more confident using it in the big world out there. Our first stop in Mingjian to explore is an area called Songbo. This is a place well known for its tea plantations or tea farms. Right now, I'm at Shoutian Temple, one of the most important Taoist temples in central Taiwan. This temple is dedicated to Shuntian, one of the most powerful warrior gods. He is associated with protection, and this temple has a history of over 200 years. Because of this, people often make a pilgrimage to Shoutian Temple. A pilgrimage is a journey that people take because of their religious beliefs. These steps show a snake and a turtle, and there is a legend, which is a traditional story about these two animals. The legend says that Shuntian was once a butcher, someone who kills animals for meat. Because he felt very bad, he wanted to purify himself, which means he wanted to clean his body and spirit from all the sins that he did. He tried to do this by washing his stomach and intestines in a river. But according to the story, his stomach and intestines turned into an evil snake and an evil turtle. After he became a god, he defeated the snake and the turtle, so now they obey him. Next to the stairs is this line, which marks the border between Mingjian Township and Shui Township. A border is a line between two places. Today, we're just exploring Mingjian and seeing if it's boring. So I'll stay on this side today. I'll save Shui for another day. From here, we have a great view of the Zhanghua Plain. A plain is a large area of land that is mostly flat. Down below, you can see the plain stretching out to the horizon. The horizon is the line where the sky meets land or water. And to the north is the Songling Star. It's under construction. It's not ready for visitors yet. It looks kind of like a giant microphone, or maybe something an alien uses when he takes you up to his UFO. Enough with the bad jokes. Let's go to our next stop. So on my way to the next location, I spotted a couple of Formosan rock macaques in the tree. Let me see if I can get a zoom in on these guys. The zoom on this camera isn't very good, so it's kind of hard to see him. This is a Formosan rock macaque. There he is climbing up the tree. Well, I'm pretty happy I spotted them. Now it's time to go to our next stop. Next, we arrive at the 7-Star Formation Park, but this was not always a park. This is one of a few old bunkers in the area. A bunker is a strong building used for protection during war. This is an old military bunker. This park is called the 7-Star Formation Park because there are 7 main bunkers spread out, and they're about 200 to 300 meters away from each other. And if you look at them from above, they make a shape similar to the Big Dipper, which is a constellation that has 7 stars. A constellation is a group of stars that make a picture in the sky. So from the top of the bunker, we have a nice view of a few farms. This farm right here is growing dragon fruit, and the farm beyond that is a tea plantation. So I originally planned to visit 2 of these, but this one's blocked off, so I won't be going here. Time for our next stop. Next, we arrive at the Songbo Moon Pond. This is a pond. A pond is a small body of water, smaller than a lake. But you probably remember that from my last video. For some reason, this place was recommended in a few travel videos. It seems like a nice spot to relax, but there's really not much to see here, so it shouldn't be on your bucket list. A bucket list is a list of the things you want to do before you kick the bucket, which is another way to say before you die. Wow, 2 idioms in one location. I think it's time to head out of here. So before heading down the mountain, I went to a chain tea shop called Tea and Magic Hand. This is a chain shop. When we call something a chain shop or chain restaurant or chain cafe, it means they have many locations, not just one location. And what makes this chain tea shop special is that they grow most of their tea, and much of it is grown right here in Mingjian. Next, we arrive at the Mingjian Leaning Tower. This tower is leaning. It's not straight. We can also say that it's tilted. The tower is tilted. This is a transmission tower. A transmission tower carries electricity. It helps carry electricity from one place to another. We can also call this a pylon. The pylon carries electricity. Well, usually, not this one. This pylon is tilted because of the September 21st, 1999 earthquake. The shaking from the earthquake caused the ground to shift or move. This caused one side of the tower to sink lower than the other side. Now it leans about 25 degrees. The earthquake did a lot of damage to this railroad. You can see the rails are no longer straight. They are warped. The whole area seems neglected. To be neglected means not given attention or care for a long time. Visitors don't often come here, so they stopped taking care of it. This display is weathered. Weathered means changed or damaged over time by wind, sun, or rain. The display is weathered. You can see that it's turned yellow, it's faded, and it's cracking. Here, the grass is overgrown. Overgrown means the plants grow too much because nobody cuts them. Here, nobody takes care of the area, so the grass is overgrown. Because you can see this tower from the freeway and there's really nothing else here, a lot of people just skip this location altogether. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm hungry, so let's go find some food. Welcome to Huang's Roasted Meat and Rice. This restaurant is well known for its generous portion size. A portion is how much food you have. Here, the portions are large, so you definitely get a good bang for your buck. This is an idiom that means you get great value for the money you spend. So this whole plate here has 2 kinds of meat, some vegetables, and rice, and it came out to 150 NT dollars, which works out to be about $5 US, just less than $5 US. Well, that was great. Now let's go get some dessert. Behind me is Zhuoshui train station. Great if you're coming to Mingjian. Also good if you want to leave. And right down the road from here is our next stop, Mu Tian. This used to be a railway warehouse, a building for storing things. But it has been renovated, which means it has been fixed up and turned into something new. This old railway warehouse has been renovated and turned into a dessert shop. I ordered a bowl of shaved ice and I got to choose 5 toppings. Toppings are extra things you add on top, like these taro and sweet potato balls, peanuts, and this Songling black tea jelly. Shaved ice is quite refreshing on a day like today. We use the adjective refreshing to describe something that brings new energy, strength, or coolness, and makes you feel less hot or tired. This shaved ice with these toppings is refreshing. I feel refreshed. So today we wanted to find out if Mingjian is actually boring. Well, what do you think? Does it seem like a boring place? Let me know in the comments. See you in the future.